guys, and welcome to another quick video. So today we're looking at the newly announced LG Stylo 3 or Stylus 3 as well. It's also known as that. So here we go. Let's look at it in some photos, and you can see how well and very cool it looks like. So it looks like it has a fingerprint scanner in the back. Very cool. So let's just take a little look. The Stylus Pen as well looks like it's a little bit redesigned, like more fine point, that is. So we have the black, what is that, like brown, I guess, silver, dark silver. And then of course the pink. I don't know, it's like rose gold pink, you know, for the ladies. Very cool. So let's get into the phone. So we're gonna be comparing it. We're gonna be comparing the Stylo 3 versus Stylo 3 versus Stylo 2 for Boost Mobile, and see, hopefully it does come out of Boost Mobile because it hasn't been announced yet. So we're just gonna do a little bit of comparison, you know, after we do just a little specs of it. So hopefully you stick around with it and learn a little bit and all that cool stuff and see if there's any difference or anything. So just stick around with me, guys, okay? So the Stylus 3 or the Stylo 3, whichever way, because it's known as both names, it's gonna have a 5.7-inch display. It's gonna be 720 by 1280 pixels, which is amazing as well. At least they kept it HD. Hopefully, you know, I kind of wish maybe they did 1080 by 1280, but then, or I mean 1080p at least, instead of 720, but still at least it's HD. The rear's gonna have a 13 megapixel camera. The front's gonna have an 8 megapixel. That's amazing, guys. So the front is gonna be 8, and the back is gonna be 13. It's gonna have an octa-core 1.5, which is really nice. It's gonna have 3 gigabytes of RAM. But this is just the short stuff. Let's get into the deeper stuff. So the operating system that's going to run is, of course, going to be Android 6.0, which is Nugget, I believe. Very cool. At least that's something nice. You know, it didn't stick with Marshmallow because that's an older model, or older operating system now, I guess, compared to the 7, all that stuff. But still, it's going to weigh 5.26 ounces, or 149 grams. So the average is 5.2, so this comes a little light, which is nice. It's gonna have a fingerprint touch, which is pretty cool, and of course a stylus. Colors is gray or pink, so it's either gray or pink. So that's the colors that you're looking at, I guess. So it's just 2 colors instead of 3. What it looked like in the picture, it was 3. Like I said, it's gonna have a 5.7-inch display, 720 by 1280 pixels. The pixel density is going to be 258 ppi, which is amazing. Screen to body ratio, it's 72.13%, which is also amazing and good. Not too much body, but you know, somewhat good amount of screen. It's got to have a light sensor, proximity sensor. Like I said, the camera is going to have 13 megapixels, which is nice. Hopefully they put a little bit better lens on it, because the one on Boost did look a little bit, you know. So it's gonna have an autofocus. The camera is gonna be autofocus. It's pretty cool. Software features is a digital zoom and digital tagging, which is nice. Camcorder, yes, you do have video calling and video sharing. Front facing camera is gonna be 8 megapixels, and then as well there's gonna be a flash, which is pretty cool. The hardware, like I said, is or the processor, which is amazing, it's gonna be an octa-core, so they did upgrade it, you know, at least in the specs. It's an octa-core 1500 basically, which is also nice. It's gonna run a 64-bit as well, and it's gonna be in ARM Cortex A53 as well. Graphic processor is gonna be a Mali T860 MP2, nice. System memory is going to be 3 gigabytes of RAM, guys. 3 gigabytes of RAM, which is amazing, and very powerful too. Built-in storage is going to have 16 gigs, so it's pretty cool. Nice, you know, instead of 8, of course you get 16. Expandable storage, whoa, up to, it says up to 2,000 gigabytes. Wow, 2,000 gigabytes, that's crazy. I've never personally seen 2,000 gigabytes. I've seen a terabyte and 2 terabytes, but That's funny. The battery capacity is going to be a 3,200 milliamp, which is nice. Believe that's what the first one has. And yes, it can be replaced, which is nice. Thank God it wasn't a built-in battery. You can actually take it out. It's cool. And then we just get into, you know, other stuff. Now, one cool thing about it that I know the Stylo 2 doesn't have is a FM radio. It's going to be a radio too. You can use that as a radio. It's pretty cool. And then it's going to be LTE and all that cool stuff. Some phone sensors is going to have a accelerometer, which is pretty cool. Notifications, haptic feedback, other features, voice dialing, voice command, voice recording, connectivity, Bluetooth 4.2, Wi-Fi. It's going to be 802.11b/G or N, USB 2.0. Connector is going to be micro USB, so it's pretty cool. At least it didn't go to a Type C. It's going to have GPS, navigation. It's going to be tethering, computer sync. So it says availability officially announced December 22nd of 2016. So it's basically out. And here we go. This device, also known as LG Stylus 3. So the phone, from what I see, it officially got announced on December 22nd, 2016. So it's pretty cool, guys. Let's see, we're already about 6-7 minutes into it. So just to keep this video a little bit short, I'm gonna do the comparison video. My next video after this one, hopefully, if not, you know, pretty soon after this one, just so it doesn't come all together and make it, you know, super long, because nobody wants to stay that long. So stay tuned, guys, for the comparison between the LG Stylo 3 versus the LG Stylo 2 on Boost Mobile. Like I said, this one, the Stylus 3, has not been officially announced for Boost Mobile just yet, but hopefully we do get it, even though it might be CDMA and it might lose a couple of specs, but hopefully they keep it all together. And yeah, but a lot of people wanted me to make this video just to see what kind of specs the Stylo 3 could have, you know. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for the comparison video just so you can see a little bit of it. And please comment, rate, and subscribe, guys.